They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
To throw is Nix. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Will Lutz on for the point after. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10, right at the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play there for Philly. And even 60 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field-flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From his end zone, Marvin Mims. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that. Defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. And he is stopped just short on third down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley from 6 yards away. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Now it's Nix. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Offense is moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they're on a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll give up the middle to Johnson. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Nix to the air. We'll get that complete to Vele. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Throwing Nix. Got a man, it's Johnson, end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Broncos are an extra point away from drawing level. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. But you look at this Bronco defense. They are the 22nd ranked unit against the run in the NFL.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored.
And now the rookie's free. How about this? Racing to the end zone. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Throwing is Hurts. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. This one deep for Wilson. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Riley Moss. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 33. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that's gonna be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. They go play action with Hurts. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Quality coverage that time to slow down what's been the main source of offense against them thus far. Got to find a way to slow down that ball in the air.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Hurts. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Ferguson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Elliott good on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. A short throw to Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. To throw, here's Nix. He targets Ingram for another grab. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. Open man downfield. It's Vele. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. 42 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Nix once more. Throwing middle, and it's complete. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And a carbon copy there, at least as far as the results are concerned, as he'll be dropped behind the line yet again. They'll look to throw on third and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on fourth and goal. They're going. It's Nix. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Evan Ingram from 6 yards away. And the Broncos have broken the tie. Lutz with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And Wilson with it, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 34. Hurts sets up to throw it. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Eagles at 10-3 on the year. But Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
That one down the field for Ferguson. And it'll be intercepted. And the Broncos are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, he had to wait until December, but congrats to the rookie, his first INT.
Yeah, he's been a reliable contributor for this defense throughout the season. Definitely got a bright future and has gotten even brighter after making that play.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion? Here's
Nix. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
And they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
On third down, Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
116 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix.
And a quick throw here that's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Nix.
And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one as a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Jalen Carter in on that tackle. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, here's Nix.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number one job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacted the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be
all the way home for a Broncos score. Evan Ingram with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Now Hurts looking to change the play.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Now they'll change things up.
Hey, 73.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Hurts.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find...
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Eagles take over first and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Great, set.
They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Here's Johnson again on second down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
To throw is Nix.
And that is incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun, Nix. A short throw to Ingram. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 13-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Nix to throw again.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Evan Ingram from 13 yards out.
And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Escaping the pressure right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down. And for the defense, their third sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
To try again after the sack.
Hurts.
And he's going to go down again.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, third and long.
63, 63, 63.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Picked up by Riley Moss. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Now it's Nix.
Screenplay, Johnson.
Now he's into the clear again.
And all the way down to the 41-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Again, it's Johnson.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
Nix looking to throw again.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there with his second touchdown of the night as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion no good. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Throwing is Hurts. This one deep for Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. Going deep here for Watkins. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, 54 yards.
And the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit.
Elliott good with a PAT. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
A short throw to Ingram. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
They'll go play action with Nix.
Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Nix to the air.
His throw incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA.
Up the middle, Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. How about this defense for a 3rd straight play? He's going nowhere. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
And here's Ryan Wright now.
And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Gonna look deep for Wilson.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Great, set.
Hurts.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. With touchdown number 27, that ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year.
And the Eagles have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Elliott good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And the touchdown apparently wasn't enough. They're going to go for the onside kick here. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts.
That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. Throwing Nix. Open man downfield, it's Vele. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Working out of the gun is Nix. That's taken in left side by Vele. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. 31 yards. And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
That's good for an Eagles.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
63.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. From 10 yards out, and the Eagles are back within a score. Elliott good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 118 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better really as the night's gone on. To throw, here's Nix. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this one almost intercepted. far too loose with the football. Nearly a fourth pick of the ball game.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here's Nix.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Eagles are right back in this football game.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Now Hurts changing up the play.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Hurts.
Eluding the pressure right. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Hey, Silver. Tiger Hornet. Pound that Yeti.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I tell you, he's been running for his life all game long. They've sacked him time after time. And here he's again forced to beat the retreat. And he's got to throw this ball away.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 13-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. He'll buy some time right. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. Laying himself out in the end zone.
And the Eagles have taken a 4th quarter lead. They're going to run it with Barkley.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here at this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this fourth quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll come up first and 10 here. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. First and 10 here. Back to throw. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Inside of a minute to go now. 2 timeouts left. Still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
They'll come up now. 2nd and 9. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. He's back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. How about this? They'll change it at the line. The kick by Lutz is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a...
And he loses the football a second time, and they will take over at the...